Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got videos today from the Modern King.
First claim is, my trauma is as bad as yours. Oh. Who is this diva?
Name's Earl.
But have you ever passed a kidney stone, which is more painful than giving birth to? And then your boyfriend of 3 years dumps you, all in the 4-month period?
Is she being serious right now? She's talking to a war veteran of... Am I confused? I'm a little confused that she thinks that all trauma is almost equal.
One of our trucks hit a mine outside Da Nang. 1 minute, Petey was cracking jokes, and the next, half of him was hanging off a tree. You ever hear a man scream with no lungs?
That gave me chills right now. Hearing a man scream with no lungs. My jeez.
This veteran, this modern day hero has experienced more trauma, more pain, more agony than any human being like you and me. And this woman has the...
We are privileged to live this wonderful life that we have. Majority of us, at least, is a decent life. It was hard back in the day.
Nerve to talk about how her boyfriend dumped her of 3 years and that caused more trauma, more pain. This man just talking about how him and his friend, his colleague, were cracking jokes one moment, and then the next moment he was torn to shreds. He said, you ever heard a man scream with no lungs?
That one got me. That one really got me. Like, just the idea of that, and like imagining it in my head. I'm so so visual and vivid with these things. Like I can imagine being at war next to someone dying, yelling with their lungs blown out. Like, I can't even imagine the sound it makes, or that person. I'm a horrible person. I said it. I can't even imagine the sound that person would make. That, damn. It's just me thinking about it. I almost have PTSD just like imagining it myself. Like, holy cow, these men live through hell.
That's a nightmare, shorty. You can't even fathom that type of reality. And you have the nerve to sit right here in front of this man and complain about a kidney stone?
Right? And said that we're equal?
I bet you this man wish he would have experienced a kidney stone over him losing his friend. And I'm sure there's much more things deep rooted inside that he has yet to reveal, and he probably will never reveal because it's so traumatic.
We do not care.
I never understood the concept of complaining about something you said you wanted. But we know women like this don't actually want equality.
Hell no.
The reason we consistently see them complain whenever they get it, because they don't actually like being treated like a man, as they love the preferential treatment they get for being a woman.
Right thing, and when he comes through, he's walking, taking out everyone in their Christmas
Nothing better
presents.
to do, take the fun away from everything. Oh, that's it.
I don't hear the men whining about OnlyFans models getting paid more than them. I don't hear the men whining about models getting paid more than them. Kendall Jenner is the highest paid supermodel. Where are the male supermodels? But whenever men dominate in an industry, women will just complain.
A man really just got on this app and said we don't call women losers enough. And I couldn't agree more. So I made a list. Coming in at number 1, we have women who make man-hating content. Just because you can't find a man that you want that wants you back and all the ones you date are bums does not make all men losers. You're the loser because you can't get what you want.
Number 1.
The girlies that actually post are the ones that make first date content. It's in the same vein. It's all really ridiculous, and you're never going to find a man that is going to take you seriously because all of them are going to see your social media and run as they should. Number 4,
Number 2.
Women who have no hobbies outside of social media. The girls that come home from work and they scroll on their phones, eat some dinner, scroll on their phones some more, and go to bed. Loser. Number 5.
Loser. Number 3.
Try to imitate or idolize female rappers. You are not.
That is probably the biggest one right there. There's so many women that idolize Cardi B and all these women. As soon as you hear that, it's just like, that's what you think a good woman is? Or that's what you strive to want to be? Loser.
You're 30. Number 6, women who make jokes about men's mental health. I'm sorry you don't have any men in your life that you genuinely care about or that care about you. That's sad. Seek therapy, not projecting to other people on the internet. We are not in this. You have trauma.
Loser.
That. Number 7, we have women with 2 or more baby daddies. I will not be elaborating on that. I think it speaks
You don't need to elaborate, girl. We are with you on that one.
for itself. Last but not least, we have women that
Loser.
Did y'all not see that girl get her butt whooped by that deer? That's what y'all would look like, but 10 times worse. And I
What video with the deer beating up a woman? Do I need to watch this?
feel sorry
Domestic
for you.
deer abuse
Final
or what?
disclaimer, I am an equal opportunist, so I can make the same list for men, but this one's for you ladies.
Thanks.
Love you. Not really.
The other day, my friend was like complaining about how she was talking to this guy for a while, and he asked, like they were met on a dating app, and he asked if she wanted to get coffee, and I wanted to know why that was so triggering to her, because I think it's actually triggering to a lot of people when a guy you're talking to asks you to get coffee instead of like go.
Because they're greedy ass, broke, dusty, musty, crusty gold diggers. You may not be one, so you may not understand. Just telling you.
Do something else. Like, what is the meaning of coffee that is so triggering to someone? Like,
it's the low amount of money that is spent, because coffee is what, $5, $6, $10 for a very expensive boba drink, which can go up there. So
I'm curious. I'm just curious. Curious to see what you guys think. I have been on both sides of it, like coffee, like what is romantic about coffee, but also like if you don't know the person in real life, like coffee is like, I guess, the easiest way to like no strings attached meet. But why is that so much more triggering than a drink? Like alcohol is bad for you and maybe not so great. I don't know, but drink versus coffee is such a, I don't know. I think coffee can be.
It's because those types of women view men as wallets and piggy banks to make their lives easier, not as actual human beings. These types also tie their self-worth to how much money they can get a man to spend.
correct. It is literally that. The more money men spend, the more value I am.
So a man refusing to up the high score of the last piggy bank she used damages her ego and makes her question her self-worth.
Men saying it's embarrassing having a girlfriend too. What if the whole football team knows the color of her? So they've returned to classic shaming as a way to get themselves in this new age conversation.
This is textbook accountability dodging, because how do women come out with a whole conversation saying it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend for this, that, and the third reason? Men look at it, they go over it, they're like, that's interesting. You know what? That makes me think of, it's embarrassing to have a girlfriend for these list of reasons. And then their response to that is, well, why would you even say that? Do you hate women? She went on to say that, men bite off the conversation instead of creating their own. I guess, sure.
No, we just flip the conversation on back to you. That's what we do.
But I think it's weird that you come out with a conversation talking about how embarrassing it is to have a boyfriend in modern times for a myriad of reasons. And men say, well, it's embarrassing to know that multiple men know what your girlfriend look like. You know what I mean? Like,
true.
But as soon as you say that, you're saying you hate women. And why would you even say that? That's mean. It's crazy how y'all just move the goalposts when you feel like you may possibly even have a chance that offense might pull up.
Shame is a good thing.
It is.
In a society without any shame.
I mean, it's, when you're doing something wrong and inside your gut tells you something and you're feeling uneased about it. That's what shame is. It's a good thing. Makes you a better person majority of the time.
Degeneracy becomes normalized. Unfortunately, that is the path our society is choosing to go down.
That it is.
No accountability, no responsibility, no shame, no nothing. Simply do whatever you want and don't worry about the consequences.
Well, at least for women. For men, no, you still gotta be traditional men.
Everybody's a girl's girl until they're not, like you. Would you describe yourself as a girl's girl?
Well, you weren't here for my last time I was here on this podcast, but I was speaking up about feminism and SA and all the other things that affect women.
Girl. So you a girl's girl?
Yeah, I was getting there.
Okay, so yes, you are. Okay, so you're a girl's girl, yet you will take money from other wives' husbands just to pay your own bills, and you were kind of like, well, that's their fault for paying for So there's this like double standard where we're like, oh yeah, we're girls, until it just like no longer benefits us, until we can weaponize it against each other, against men. And I see a hell of a lot of women in 2025 demanding a man from the 1960s that's going to pay their bills and do this and do that. Meanwhile, they want to disrespect men like a 2025 woman. They don't have the decorum to demand that kind of respect.
But then what about women like me who've been a breadwinner in every single relationship, and I prefer to pay for myself and pay for them, because then it's all on me.
You prefer to pay for your partner?
I do.
In all instances?
I do.
Yeah, but what's your point?
Everything?
Yeah, you can't just generalize all women like that.
How did I please be specific?
You just did.
No, I used a very specific
modern feminist.
I used a specific example for you, which was claiming you're a girl's girl, yet knowingly taking money and taking husbands away from wives because they're paying you. Even in this conversation, you're checked out because I'm calling you on something that you don't like. So you'll be abrasive. You'll be like, this is my opinion. But then the moment somebody challenges that, you're like,
no,
that's feminism, ladies and gentlemen.
Really?
Thank you very much.
I've never even called myself a feminist.
You said you were a girl's girl, and then you said you are a feminist because you said last time you were on here that you were talking about femicide and all these things. So this is what I'm talking about, is mental gymnastics.
Because it means standing up for women's health and safety, which I think is important just as much as men's. Say we have a PDF file, right, who assaults their child, and then the mother does nothing about it, and then that child grows up and like uses their sexuality to then make ends meet and also like provide for the people they care about. Are you gonna say it's completely the girl's fault?
No.
What?
We said that earlier. No.
Well, but that's what you're telling me.
Student, ladies, take notes from her. I just want to give you a round of applause, because I'll say one thing.
Thank you.
It's not something to be proud of. It actually shows very low intelligence.
I feel about that, Lindsay. She just said you had low intelligence.
Both my sisters are doctors. I don't care.
But are you?
What does your sisters have to do with anything with your intelligence, you idiot?
No, I'm saying.
Well, you just seem to have like a small hatred in your heart for hoes.
Anything against hoes. I have everything against delusional hoes. You could be I used to be a hoe. I'm in no different boat. I'm just real about it. That's the difference.
The only thing that remains consistent for many of them is their self-gain. They will claim one thing, but if something else benefits them more in the current situation, they will now flip-flop to that new thing, even if it's a direct contradiction to their previous claims.
Gas stations, if they were designed by women, there would be wipes next to each of the pumps.
Gas stations would never be profitable, ever, because of women wanting all these things. I used to run a gas station. We used to own a gas station.
That you can wipe down the handle and then wipe down your hand.
Yes. Put $50 on pump 4. If you don't use all $50, then the money's just gone.
What?
Like, women design.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Gas stations. Say you spent $45 out of the $50.
Yeah.
The last $5 would be put onto a Sephora gift card and free money.
It's like whole.
What the hell are they talking about? How is that? We don't keep the money. We just refund it back, and you come either pick up the cash or the credit just goes back into your card. What are you talking about?
Cash or something. Yeah. This water has not been changed since 1998. We need there to be more regular cleaning of the squeegee water.
Because we need a little vending machine. It can be a mini vending machine.
Yeah.
Maybe Coke products, gum.
The profit margin would go so hard on that.
Missing out on money.
Why have a diesel?
You don't even know anything about profit margins. You're just making stuff up.
Option at a
standard gas station.
So I don't get confused and mess up and accidentally put diesel in my car.
I think every single gas station bathroom, if it was designed by a woman, would have a service light to be like, hey.
We should have emergency products in there. Pads, tampons, wipes.
If it was designed
so the business owner should just provide you with free womanly stuff, huh?
by a woman, that bathroom would be serviced every 2 hours.
Right.
That bathroom would be disgusting, and we all know it.
What I don't understand is why every time you disrespect your baby daddy is why you run to me to save you. If you want that man to respect you, then you got to respect him. Y'all had that baby together. It's not up to me to establish respect with your baby father for you. That's what you have to do. I'm going to be honest with you. It ain't none of my business what you two go through as a result of your son. That's for you to figure out how to deal with.
Damn right.
That's not for me to get into. You lied to me and told me you didn't want to be there for his son. You did everything you could to eliminate that man and to get me to play daddy. And as soon as I stepped in there to try to play daddy, your son rebelled. And your baby daddy had a problem with it. And if he got a problem with me trying to help raise his son, then he needs to go be with his father. That boy is bigger than you. He's stronger than you. And you think that you can dominate him into submission, that you can beat him into respecting you and listening to you. You can never turn a boy into a man.
Correct.
Not when he has a father that wants to be there and wants to be involved in his life. You got to give his father an opportunity now to be a father to that boy as he's growing into a man. You've done an amazing job up until this point. It's not my position to step in there and play daddy when he has a father. A lot of brothers end up dead or in jail playing that game.
They do.
And that's why a lot of dudes don't date single mothers. Because either they're not over the father or they want to do everything they can to hurt that man, even if it means taking their son away.
What I don't understand is why he's stressing himself out.
I know. Why even be in that position, brother? You even said it. Most men don't want to date single mothers. Why are you with the single mother? I am happy that you are willing to educate her and tell her all these things. I actually think it's a good thing.
Arguing with her. Why he thought it was even a good idea to date her, we will never know. He sees exactly what she's doing, which is trying to keep her son away from the father, while trying to use him as a pawn in her pettiness.
Yep.
But even if she didn't have kids, you should never endlessly tolerate a woman who doesn't listen and continues to repeat the same problems after you've already fixed it before.
Yeah, let's normalize calling women losers. You know, if they're broke, no, they're not in just the wrong situation or whatever. They're not just down on their luck. No, they're brokies. They're losers. They can't even take care of themselves. They need you to pay their bills. They're brokies. They're losers. Don't deal with loser brokies. Because all you gotta do is run! DMC! Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.